Amelie is a young Norwegian ballet student who seeks to land a major audition with a prestigious dance academy in the Netherlands when suddenly life throws her a curve after her father loses all of their finances in a bad real estate investment, forcing them to move into the inner city. It's there that she meets MacLeod, who introduces her to the world of hip-hop dancing, in particular dance battles. However, as she begins to find acceptance in the world that she did not know before, she finds her old world pulling at her heartstrings as well. This is Battle. And so, yeah, obviously I was looking on Netflix for something kind of newish to review for this because obviously I'm not going to the theater. I haven't been to the theater the last couple of weeks. So I hit on this thing and I was looking through. I said, okay, this kind of looks interesting. You know, hey, a little, dance hip-hop movie. I could go for that at least. And, I started looking up trailer footage to get some screenshots. And I can't find anything. I can't find anything on the Netflix YouTube channel. It's like, I found one clip that was of the final dance sequence, and that was it. And I didn't want to get spoiled, so I didn't get anything from that part. And I was just kind of confused. But then I looked this up, and I looked the summary up, and it's like, oh, the actress, this, excuse me as I say this, Lisa Tage, it's Norwegian. This film is Norwegian. This is a Norwegian breakdancing romance film. Well, that certainly threw a bit of a curve. I mean, I could have had Kurt Russell as Santa Claus, but nope, I decided to go with the Norwegian breakdancing film. And also, yeah, like I said, I couldn't find any trailer footage for screenshots, so that's why everything you'll be seeing is not actually from this movie, it's from the Step Up franchise. But hey, it's dancing, you get the idea. However, unfortunately, that's kind of where the intrigue in the film falls down. This starts out pretty basic. It's your standard like dance movie type thing. If you saw the movie Save the Last Dance, which my lord is almost 20 years old, but yeah, again, ballet student gets introduced to hip hop, inner city, the differences, the culture clash, but finds love and everything. There's a little. I mean, it starts out kind of down that road. And like I said, unfortunately, again, it just sort of falls apart. Like, again, there's also this audition for this prestigious dance academy in the Netherlands. I believe it's in the Netherlands. Because at one point it seemed like it was in America, but now they're talking about the Netherlands through the rest of the film. So I guess that's what it was. And after that, it gets, like I said, it starts getting strange. Like, you get the standard, obviously, she starts to develop feelings for MacLeod, but she also has this boyfriend in her high school clique, basically, named Askell. But Askell's not exactly like a bad boyfriend. There's one point he gets, for lack of a better term, gropey on a date. But other than that, like, he's not bad. He actually finds out about her family's financial situation, and this is the weird thing. He's been calling her, and she keeps sort of, dropping his calls and rejecting him, not wanting to talk to him. And so he's been going to her house trying to pick her up, and, he calls her to say, hey, I'm outside, come get her. But he doesn't clue in to try to knock on the door until, like, 3 or 4 days later, maybe even a week later, he goes up to knock, and there's the foreclosure notice on the door, and it's like, you didn't think until now to just go knock? But again, he takes her aside and says, hey, look, you could have told me, I want you to be honest with it. And I think this might have been a bit of a weird bit in the translation, because I think they're trying to paint him as being a bit more, I hesitate to say dark, but yeah, a little bit more of a bad boyfriend, but because in the subtitles he actually says, I demand that you tell me the truth from now on. But you could always say, like, hey, in tone, it sounds more like, hey, just tell me the truth. Just be honest with me. If you don't want to be, if you don't care about me anymore, if you don't do, but it's not. Instead, and, as this is happening, by the way, she is developing a relationship with MacLeod. They make out at one point. So yeah, you're starting to this thing is starting to lose me. Like it goes from okay, I understand that she doesn't want to have to explain to her friends that yeah, she's in the poorhouse now and barely scraping by. They have to, her father basically invested in apartment housing and it went belly up. And now they have to live in this low cost housing because that's the only place they can, because they technically own that and it's the only place they can afford to live. So yeah, and like I said, she's getting back to the relationship, like, and she's having fun. There's this cool dance like he introduces her to the hip hop dancing and dance battles, and she actually gets invited into a dance battle. And she copies the other dancers' moves and gets booed off the stage. And he tries to say, like, look, don't take this so personal. We like doing this, but it's not our lives. It's just for fun. Like they weren't mocking you for being stupid. They were mocking you for copying that guy's moves. And like I said, he shows her more and more of the world. He meets more of his crew, illicit crew as they are called. And it's a guy named Moa. There's a woman named Kimberly. There's another woman named Alex. It's led by a guy named Yosef. And like, there's this cool little dance montage to Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm kind of digging this. And as this is happening too, you get this parallel where she's straining, like I said, the straining of the relationship. Like her friends, who are all also on this ballet thing, think that she's hired a private dance coach to help her, as this is actually affecting her ballet in a positive way because the best character in this film is this dance instructor, and the dance instructor keeps saying, like, you're doing the moves, but I'm not getting any feeling behind them. You're being robotic. You're just reciting, like, put some energy put your own energy into this, put your own emotions into this. And she actually starts doing that and excelling, and the rest of them don't quite get this still, and they're starting to get jealous, and they begin to find things out. They find out who MacLeod is, but they think he's a dance coach. They don't think that he's, just a friend / new boyfriend. And it is until MacLeod spots Emily while she's out shopping with her friend Ida, and again she sort of plays it off, saying, "No, no, no, those are our gardeners," or something like that. I can't remember what they said. It was cleaners or gardeners. And then there's a party. It's her boyfriend's birthday. It's Askell's birthday. And that's when MacLeod comes to confront her in front of everyone and sort of discovers the whole truth. That's like, you've been lying, you just want to keep living your fancy lifestyle. He had actually invited her to partake in another dance battle because she's improving. And, it puts her into this it's, the lower point. But the problem is like, I don't feel for her at this point. She openly cheated on her boyfriend. Again, she had not broken up with her boyfriend, even though, again, the boyfriend doesn't seem to be a bad guy. Like, he's not cheating on her at any point. He's not abusive. Like, again, he got, the phone goes off. Yeah, he got a clumsy grope in at one point. He tried to take things a little too far, which, newsflash, a lot of boys have done. So that's not the problem. But, like I said, it's just, I don't feel anything for you because you have been doing this to yourself the whole time. And I'll admit, too, it's kind of a personal beef with me. I don't like the plot contrivance of, I have this thing that I can easily just take 5 minutes to explain and probably would go away, but I can't explain it. Just take the damn 5 minutes and explain it. If they're really your friends, they'll say, okay, we understand. Like the boyfriend, when he finds out, again, that she was evicted, he's like, why didn't you tell me? I'm not going to abandon you. I care about you. And he honestly seems to. Also, this thing is way too long. This thing's an hour and 40 minutes, but you could easily shave off 20 minutes, and it would be a much, much tighter film. Like, the MacLeod relationship, like I said, it happens, like she's kissing him, and is openly kissing him, and seems to be openly affectionate towards him. But she's not, like, conflicted about this at all. She showed no conflict or remorse because, again, she has not broken up with Askell, so she is cheating on him. Okay, I know I'm getting repetitive, but yeah. So yeah, this is getting an F. This the only real interesting thing, sadly, is the premise of this being the breakdance movie being done through a non-American culture, through the lens of a non-American culture. I mean, other than that, it's just not very good. So normally this is where I talk about trailers, but they didn't really have any trailers at all during this, so I got nothing. I am working on some, going over a couple of TV shows here too, so we'll get a couple more of those, but the next movie review of the strictest sense of the term is going to be Into the Spider-Verse. I know some people have already gotten early screenings to that. I don't live in an area where they do early screenings, so that's just not going to happen. They'll be up on the 14th. And then, like I said, it's the holiday trifecta in terms of movie reviews. Mary Poppins, Aquaman, and Bumblebee. I'm working on doing a best worst list. I don't know if I'm gonna get. I don't know if it'll be a top 10 or not, because unfortunately I keep bouncing through things on this. Like I said, I'm still trying to find a balance as to what really qualifies as one of the worst movies and one of the best movies I saw. Because I have a lot of well, this one was pretty good, but is it really better than this? Is it worse than this? This would definitely be on here, but this one might be worse than that one. You get the idea. Also, in between that, we'll have the random trade review on Daredevil, Daredevil Yellow, that is. And then after that, somewhere around there too, we'll have the WWE TLC recap and review. See you all next time.
Hey guys, is there a movie you want me to tackle? If it's some stinker like Baywatch or the Emoji Movie or something else? Check out my Patreon at Sleepy Time for Cat Productions. See how you can make that happen.